Yo, what's up, beautiful souls? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mamina. You can call me Mina for short, or Divine Starseed. We're going to get into a healing through divine connection tarot spread that I've come up with. I tend to provide this spread in a short form when I do lives, whether it's on my TikTok or IG. I've gone live on YouTube a few times. I'm trying to figure out how to do it in a way where I can like stream on YouTube, but I can also be live on like one of the other platforms as well. But nonetheless, this is a service I can provide for, since it's a shorter form, it's a cheaper price. However, it's also something when you book a personal reading that you can ask for. You would just have to add that in your description. Bear in mind, it goes far more in depth when it's a personal reading. And what I'm going to give you a preview of is what it would look like in short form on a live right now. Okay, we're tapping into connections that heal you, not necessarily connections that just heal you through lessons, because that's too broad. That could end up being like, oh, this person's a karmic and da 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 da. We're not going that route. I want to see what connections are healing you or coming in to heal you that are of a more divine source. So that's why it's divine connections. Okay, we're going to start off with how they encourage you to heal. That's the first message we're going to get into. How do they encourage you to heal? This person. Oh, we've got justice. Then we're going to go into how do they support your healing? Wow. Well, alrighty then. And healing practices you can do together. Wow. Okay, well, off the bat, you have a measure here. Balance. This person helps you heal by bringing some order into your world. Your world might be a little chaotic at times, and it's kind of hard for others to adjust, hard for you to adjust. This person comes in, and sometimes I feel like they light a fire under your butt, like, get out of bed. You know what you need to do. It's like they're your little alarm. For some of you, this is someone you might have met when going through either some type of legal issue. That's not for everybody. It's very specific. You might have met them when you went through some type of legal issue and they were there to help or assist you, and like a friendship came in after the fact. But for others, I just feel like this is a person that's really big on making sure that you stay focused. They don't do the work for you though. Okay, they're not doing the job for you. It's like, you know what you need to do. You're fully capable of doing it. I'm going to light the fire under your behind to make sure you get it done if I see you slacking or being a little lazy. At the same time, they're really big on encouraging you. Now, this is Libra energy. It doesn't have to necessarily be in their chart. It could be in yours. But the Libra energy is also one of tapping into other senses to bring order. So this person might have heightened senses from time to time. Like they just kind of know when to call you. That's what I'm picking up here. Like whenever there's an issue, they just get that vibe. I'm hearing be a little mindful of sometimes taking some things they say a little too personal, especially when they call themselves like really getting on you about something. You might have to talk to them and say, look, I like that you hype me up and all that and that you get on my behind, but sometimes some of the ways you go about doing that can kind of like rub me a little bit the wrong way. But again, be mindful to not take certain things they say too personally. You got to ask yourself, are you the kind of person that sometimes people got to get a little, I don't want to say ignorant, but like light a fire up under your butt, like, hey man, get your ass out of bed. Are you that person? If so, be honest about that. You can't get mad if sometimes they have to kind of really shove to get you to do something. At the same time, if it starts going into a level that just feels too, all right, now you're going over the top, then you're gonna have to like let them know that so they can simmer that part down. Libras like things balanced, and they also like things balanced in their favor naturally. So if you're a Libra yourself, they might sometimes have to get on you about that. Like, I know that you like things balanced in your favor, but you got to be mindful of how you go about it. So this energy could also apply to you. You don't have to be a Libra, but that could still be something that you like to do. If this works for you, you may not always pay attention to how it might affect others around you. And depending on what it is, perhaps you need to be more keen on that and they remind you. Now, one of the ways that they support you healing is they're always encouraging you to look beyond your problems. It's not about always where you come from. It's about where you're going. That's a lot of times what the Eight of Cups channels through as in my readings. But I also feel like they want you to take some pride in where you come from too. Not in a way that it makes you overly prideful, more so like, okay, you've been through trials and tribulations and struggles, and people have left you abandoned before, but it's not just that you survived it. They're helping you to learn to thrive in this. It's actually, you might want to see the pick a card I did with Mystic Star Magic, because it fits this energy a bit here, where it's like, it's not about just surviving anymore, it's about learning to thrive. And those are two different ways of living, and they encourage you to thrive. Remember where you came from, not to live in the past of it, but to help you thrive, to move forward. Some of you don't need to look back at the past at all, so they'll keep your vision ahead. They're not going to encourage you to take one for the road all the time, because I just heard, don't take one for the road. So if every now and then when you revisit a certain memory or you're around certain people, you find yourself kind of like wanting to slip and, oh, you know, just one more time, whatever. They're like, nah, don't do that. It's not about where you were, it's about where you're going. You can take pride in surviving certain situations, but you're not meant to stay in that trauma or live in it. So that's how they tend to support you, is they're kind of like, I feel like they're a mix between your coach and your cheerleader. It's like, I'm coaching you, but I'm cheerleading you. They might feel like a life coach to you. Again, some of you might have met them in some type of legal way. Maybe you met them because you needed counseling, and they were like, a, you know, what was it called? A big brother, big sister type of situation for adults, whatever that may be for adults. And that's how you guys got close. Healing practices you can do together. Listen, the both of you have a lot of abundant energy. Both of you do. I feel like when you sit down and talk, you guys are really good at planning how to make your dreams tangible. Dreams are simply realities that haven't happened yet, and or it's you getting a glimpse of other dimensions and works that you do in other timelines, for those of you who want to go down that rabbit hole. Okay. But in this case, I mean, in the past, when you wanted to do certain things, people discouraged you. Remember, this person supports you and tells you don't worry about that. Every time people discouraged you, you found a way to level up and rise above. So don't focus on the discouragement. Focus on how you leveled up. Now move forward. You both are good at like sitting down and talking about how to make that thing that might have seemed impossible, hard to do, or difficult, possible. New beginnings are the focus of the mind here. I feel like just like they help you, you're good at encouraging them with things. You could be someone who you're good at encouraging others, not always good at encouraging yourself. And they might be someone who's pretty good at encouraging themselves, but not always good at knowing how to go about bringing something fully into fruition. So in that way, you balance each other out. It's like they may have the blueprint, but you got the tools. You dig what I'm saying? And vice versa. And it helps you in this way. It helps you feel grounded in your spirituality, grounded in your mental state. For those of you who feel like you haven't found this person yet, you just got a whole description of this energy that's just waiting to be saw by you. It could be this person's already around you and you just haven't, they're already doing this for you, but you're just not thinking about it. Okay? But they're definitely someone that helps you release. Top of the deck. We have the Queen of Pentacles. This person has a caring heart. They have a caring heart. I feel like they show you how something can be possible, and then you after that can figure out how to have the tools for it, and that's how you guys play off of each other. This is a really short message. We're going to end it here. I added an extra card as it is. My loves, I hope that message resonated with you guys and it brought you some clarity and a divine connection that you have. Peace, love, and light, beautiful souls.
Get your copy of Love Confession Cyber Edition. Link in bio.